Today we're looking at the SL1 by Daytona Sensors. They are actually the same manufacturers of the SmartSpark LS ignition system, which is the same ignition system that powers my turbocharged carbureted LS in my 1975 Dodge W100. Say that 3 times fast. The SL1 basically stands for Shift Light Controller version 1. Although the name suggests that this is a simple shift light, it is so much more than that. Aside from the simple function of acting like a shift light, it also has a function to data log, and it also has a general purpose input or output that you can use it to supplement something like a nitrous system or to help you stage the car. With the data log function, it'll log things like TPS, RPM, and vehicle speed. You could also program the system to be armed when you reach a certain boost level or when it also meets a certain criteria for it to activate. For example, if you don't want the system to data log as you're just regularly driving around, but you do want it to activate when you're making a full-on pass, then you can have the system programmed in a way that you can do that. Aside from the SL1 module itself, also included in the kit is the LED shift light. Obviously, because if it didn't have it, then there would be no point in it being called a shift light. Now, the actual light serves a few different functions. The first one, obviously, is to tell you when you need to shift. If you have your shift point set at 5,000, then it will flash at 5,000. The SL1 also gives you the opportunity to set up a range that it will warn you before you get to that eventual 5,000 mark. So for example, if you want to shift at 55, you can set it at 5,000, 51, 52, 53, 54. So as you guys know, in the middle of a race, you only have about a split-second decision of when you need to shift. So you can program the SL1 to warn you a few RPM before your actual shift point. It not only helps manual transmission cars, but in cars that have a full manual valve body where the transmission no longer decides when to shift and you have to decide to shift it on your own, you can supplement that manual shifting valve body with the shift light and you'll probably never miss a shift ever again. Also included is the mount for the shift light. The bracket itself can be used to mount the shift light anywhere you want on the dash, or if you prefer, you can drill a hole in your cluster and that way you can position your light right next to your RPM gauge or wherever you see fit. In the same baggie as the mount for the shift light are a set of 4 diodes that are also included with the SL1, and these diodes are made to be used in combination with a nitrous system or line lock system like I mentioned earlier. And the point of these diodes is to actually prevent backfeeding back into the system and have your nitrous system or traction control system not operate the way it's supposed to. Also included is the mini USB cable for the tuning of the SL1, and finally a powered by Daytona Sensors sticker, which everybody in the car community loves stickers, so this is always a plus no matter what part it is. That's all for the overview of the SL1. We will do an actual installation of this product in a later video, so stay tuned for that. I will see you guys all in the next one. Night Wrencher